There are big changes coming to solar and wind energy projects on federal lands and waters as a new order authorizes Interior Secretary Doug Bouργom to personally approve all projects. What does this order mean for the energy industry, for solar panels flooding in from China, and what new energy sources could we see as a result? Joining us now to discuss is Mandy Gunasakara, former Chief of Staff at the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Mandy, thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you here. Now, first, how big of a deal is this that Bouργom has to personally approve all wind and solar projects?
Yeah, it's a really big deal, and it's a really important step to investing in U.S. energy. You have to remember that a lot of the wind and solar, not necessarily the completed parts, but the supply chains, they come from places like China. So a lot of the renewable energy development, or what President Trump rightfully refers to as the Green New Scam, it was to the detriment of this country in the form of lost opportunity for U.S. energy resources and reduced grid reliability for your average consumer, while enriching countries like China and India that have poor employment practices as well as poor environmental standards. So this is a really big deal that Secretary Bouργom will get an additional layer of review for some of these large projects, which frankly have gotten a free pass for far too long.
Now, critics are saying this isn't oversight, it's obstruction and will slow down one of the fastest growing sources of electric power. The Interior Department, meanwhile, says this order will level the playing field for coal and natural gas. Break down the implications of this order for the U.S. and how it will impact energy sources here.
Yeah, I think the characterization of leveling the playing field is much more accurate for what this actually does. Wind and solar have gotten a free pass for a long time in terms of permitting review and what is required in terms of developing, especially on federal lands, while coal and natural gas and oil have been subject to additional scrutiny. There shouldn't be the thumb on the scale from the federal government in terms of picking winners and losers. And actually, with Secretary Bouργom making this decision, it's going to level that out. You have wind and solar that need to be subject to the same degree of scrutiny that your traditional energy resources are subject to. And that's going to be really important in terms of ensuring we have enough energy not only to meet today's electricity and energy demand, but what's expected, which is significant growth, especially alongside expectations for AI capabilities and the proliferation of cryptocurrency, which we'll continue to see after the president's announcement in the last few days on that front as well.